wonderful to be back with you. I've just got a couple of quick things to share with you for this coming week. The first thing is this. We have the Youth Worker Training Meeting that is going to be coming up March the 10th. That is this coming Wednesday. And so we are actually going to be doing the training in our old youth room. And so I'm excited to kind of just see and feel what that's going to be like in there. If that doesn't accommodate your schedule, then we also have a youth worker training set up with the exact same information and content on the 14th, which will be over in the movie room, which is in the COG building. For lack of a better term, I think that's what it's called, the kids building, that great little theater in there. We will be meeting in there. And so there will be details shooting up on the screen right now with where to be and what to do. This is a really important meeting, and the reason why it's an important meeting, it's not just training on, like, what do you do to stop your student from picking their nose at a small group meeting at the table. This is really, you're going to find out what kind of leader you could expect me to be. You can also find out what my philosophy is on youth ministry. You're going to find out where my heart is at and what I value and what I find is important as it relates to student ministry and what I really don't put a lot of attention and focus on. So this is a real important time because I want all of us to be on the same page, and so I know it's a sacrifice of your time, but please count on being at one of those if you plan on working and being a part of this ministry this coming year. If you have any questions, please let me know, but I want to be able to share with you my heart, and that way we can all get on the same page and move forward in ministry and do amazing things. So that's the deal on that. What else do I have on my notes here? Oh, I wanted to tell you thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm sorry. Thank you so much for the evaluations that you all did on Sunday. Those are going to be a weekly thing. I want to know weekly how the sermon hit you. Was the worship good? Was the transitions where they needed to be? Was it smooth? Microphone issues, all these types of things. It's going to really help us to be able to refine and be able to put together the best program on Sunday morning so distractions don't get in the way of ministry happening is really the goal. So it's not just to be perfectionist for perfectionist's sake. What I wanted to do is I wanted to kind of show you an example of what to do and what not to do. I hope you could see that. If you will look there, you will notice that someone circled awesome on every single category. How amazing is that? Whoever did this, thank you in advance. I want to know why I'm awesome, though, and so there's little blanks and comments there, and so that will help me know what I could do next week to maintain my awesomeness. On the flip side of that, here's one that's a little bit more comprehensive to let me know exactly how awesome I was. And if you could see that, they circled awesome, 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 and then pour down here, which basically was explaining that I need to be able to give you guys more time at your tables. And so I really, believe it or not, I really am working very hard towards that end. I try very hard at the course of my lesson to time it to where you do have enough time, and so incrementally, week by week, I am working very hard to make sure you have enough time to love on your students, and so got some ideas in that direction. But for right now, just know I'm on the case, okay? So, youth worker assessment forms. And so what I want to do is on a weekly basis, really quickly, because I know your time is valuable, and I want to make this like a really meaningful podcast. There is a book that I have called Help, I Am a Volunteer Youth Worker. And what this is just like little tidbits that I want to pass on to you on a weekly basis. So you don't actually have to spend the $4.99 to buy the book. Just let me just read to you. One of the things that Doug Fields puts in here, and he says it this way. He says, "To this day, I don't like to admit that there are, in fact, kids and parents and other leaders who just don't like me. The fact is that if you are a leader, whether you're a small group leader or a youth minister or in whichever context, and you're making and enforcing decisions that affect others, you're not always going to be liked. Some of your decisions are actually going to rub people the wrong way." Really? This is true with any leadership position. So instead of trying to run from responsibility, work toward fairness, and you'll feel a lot better when you realize that everyone isn't going to agree with you all the time, and you'll be in great company. The scriptures are clear. Jesus wasn't really liked by everybody either. So misery loves company, and welcome to the club. So that is just part of leadership, and I know that there's a high value of leadership here at Grace Point Church. I shared that little tidbit with you this week because we just completed our Super Summer interviews, and we interviewed, myself and Mike DeSalles, interviewed over 43 amazing students who have applied for Super Summer Camp. We have capped that number out at 25, and we're going to do our best to make sure that we pick the ones that God has led us to choose for this coming summer. And so what I really ask for, just as your minister, is for wisdom and to be able to really know the Lord's heart on each one of these students, and do they really need to be there this coming summer at Super Summer. And I know there's going to be some tears shed. There are going to be parents who my capital is going to drop in their opinion, but let me just tell you something. We have worked very hard to this end to make sure that we're fair, and so everybody's on the same playing field in terms of being chosen. So we're really trusting in God to show us who those are. So would you keep me in prayer? If I could keep down as many people disliking me, that number low, that's awesome, but it's just part of being a leader. But anyway, I love you guys, and I'm so excited about what God is doing. So make sure you show up to one of these youth worker meetings, and let's just get on the same page, and let's just plunge right into the deep end and go for it. So I love you guys. Have a wonderful week, and I will see you Sunday.